How to use the carafe with your Nespresso Virtuo. This is a hack. I'm super excited to share this with you. Welcome, everyone. I'm Simone Simpson. I am the CEO founder of Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment, where we talk about travel, fitness, and food. If you're wanting information about fitness, that's Snap Back Body Wild. If you're wanting yoga information, that's Meditation Rising. There are links below. Today, we are talking about the delicious food component and specifically using our Nespresso Virtual with the carafe. The reason this is important, I want to talk about my why. One of my favorite experiences is making coffee. And I enjoyed even going to the store. I'd go to Whole Foods, I'd look at their selection of organic coffee beans, I'd select the beans, and I would grind them at home in the mornings and then have this fresh brewed coffee, the smell of coffee in my beautiful kitchen. This was in my home in Vegas. And I really enjoyed that experience. However, now I'm living on Miami Beach. I moved to Spain. Now I moved to Miami Beach. Now I live between Vegas and Miami Beach. I have two houses. And then once Spain opens up, I'll have three. I'm going to live between the three. So, and more about that in a lot of the videos that are on the channel. So definitely check out the different playlists so you can see my journey and my travels. But once I moved to Miami Beach, I really changed my morning routine. So my morning routine used to look like 30 minutes of meditation, followed by 30 minutes of either a walk outside at the park or a bike ride at the park, followed by shower and getting ready for work. And I work from home, but still, shower, I still get ready for work. It's just something that I do. I don't dress as if I'm going to the office. I call it my yoga style. So put on my favorite cute yoga clothes, and that's after my shower, and I'm ready for work. So that is my morning: shower, brush my teeth, wash my face again, and I'll do all that. However, when I got to Miami Beach, after my first Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat, actually I went to an advanced follow-up. I am the founder of Meditation Rising. I've been meditating for over 15 years. And so that's something that I do, but everyone needs a coach, needs a trainer, someone who's an expert at it. So I went to the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat. And at that point, I started meditating for an hour and a half every single morning versus 30 minutes. So now it's an hour and a half in the mornings. I get up now at 4 a.m. versus 5, 6. So 4 a.m., hour and a half meditation, then an hour of exercise. So it's either yoga. I'm a certified Ashtanga yoga instructor. So it's either yoga or ballet. I started ballet when I was 3. So my body loves the practice of ballet. It just feels like home. So followed by, so an hour and a half of meditation, an hour of yoga or ballet, followed by an hour of focusing on my business, followed by about a half hour of just enjoying coffee, writing affirmations, goals for the day, etc. So that right there is 4 hours. So I get up at 4 and then I start work. So I start work at 8. So that's 4 hours. So my morning routine went from about an hour and a half to now 4 solid hours. And it's a very satisfying 4 hours. Like I start my day and I am ready. Like at 8 o'clock, I'm not like rusty and kind of just getting ready. I'm like talking to my clients and I'm like, they're getting me at my best. I got up, I got my mind right, meditated for an hour and a half. I got my body right, an hour of either yoga or Ashtanga. Ashtanga is a pure yoga. It's been around for 10,000 years. Then I focused on my business, something that is my creation, my creative energies are flowing. And then I followed that with a delicious cup of coffee. So they're getting the best of me. So I love my morning routine. However, I no longer had that time to grind the coffee, no longer go to the grocery store, everything's delivered. So that component changed. And so I was like, I've got to still find that satisfying, delicious cup of coffee with the same quality, the same taste, feeling that same experience. But we were going to shorten that time because I'm no longer going to be the one blending it until I get my chef who does it in the mornings. But for now that I'm the one doing it, we're going to shorten that time. So that's where Nespresso came in. There is a coffee shop in my building. So day after day, I was going downstairs getting delicious specialty coffees. But some days there was a line. There were other people there. And other days, even if there wasn't a line, I'm like, by the time I get downstairs, get to the area, the coffee shop's right near the gym. We have an anatomy gym, so it's a huge gym. It's like having a Lifetime in your building. So like the downstairs of Lifetime. It's not a 3-story gym, it's a 1-story, but it's huge. So walk past the gym to the end and then walk back. That's the 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's a lot of time to spend doing that. And so I was like, it's got to be a hack for this. And so that's where the Nespresso came in. So I got my Nespresso. I was really excited about that, super happy about it, because you put the cap in, close the lid, and then you have your fresh brewed specialty coffee in about a minute. And so that was very satisfying. The only component that I was missing was when I brew coffee in my house in the mornings, I love smelling the aroma of fresh brewed coffee floating through my kitchen. And with an espresso, you don't have that. You've got the delicious brewed coffee in your cup. And I have some right here. I just brewed some. So you have that. And I make an almond milk latte. That's why it's light. I added almond milk to that. However, you don't have that coffee smell floating through your kitchen. And so when I first started making this, I really missed that. I'm like, wow, it almost doesn't feel like I'm having coffee because I can't smell it. And so realizing that when you're having an experience, it's not just about getting something into your body. There are smells that go with that and things that you're so accustomed to looking at. And for me, for coffee, it was that aroma of coffee in the kitchen. Well, at that point, that's when I discovered the carafe. And that's what this whole video is about. It's a hack. There are 3 different types of Nespresso. So you have your original Nespresso, that's the one that first came out. You have your Nespresso Next and your Nespresso Virtuo. And there are different reasons that people like each one, but people who like the original like the original. People who like the Next like the Next. People who like the Virtuo like the Virtuo. However, they're different essentials that go with each, so they don't mix and match. So your essentials for the Next, you're not able to use those with the Virtual. The Virtual does not have the carafe, but the Next does. And I'm like, if I had the carafe, I'd be able to smell the coffee in my kitchen. So I ordered the carafe and I figured it out. So this video is a hack. Those of you who have the Virtual Next, the Nespresso, those of you who have the Virtual Next or the Nespresso Next, you're able to use this. But if you have the Nespresso Virtual, the original, you don't have the carafe. So I'm getting ready to show you the carafe. I'm getting ready to show you a hack so that you too can use this, so you can enjoy the smell of coffee in your home. And I sometimes just liked pouring the coffee as well into the cup. I like that. That's just part of it. I don't know, the sound of the coffee going into the mug, even the aroma that slowly wakes up as you're pouring in, the aroma of the coffee. So that's something that you can get. So that's why we have the carafe. So I'm really excited to share this hack with you. There's another hack that I'll share on another video, which is how to stretch out your pods to get them to last for more than just 1 cup. So I got that hack too. But this is the hack. Let's get started. I'm going to take you over here, show you what to do. Okay, so super excited. So I did rinse off the carafe, and now I want to show you this beautiful gift that Nespresso sent me. And it comes in this beautiful box. Welcome to the world of Nespresso. And let's open it just to see what they were so inspired to share with me. Those of you who watch my unboxings know how I am about figuring out how to open boxes. There's always a really easy way, and then there are other ways. Sometimes I choose other. So when you open up this beautiful box, you first have, let's see what we have on top. Look at that, what they did with the top of there. So the cycle of sustainability, and then just showing you that the coffee is sustainable. It's grown on AAA farms around the world, packed in aluminum capsules to preserve freshness. The capsules are fully recyclable, and it tells you how to recycle them. And then it tells you what the recycled aluminum gets a second life as everyday objects. So as compost, and that the coffee grounds make compost. And it just shows you all of the different ways that the aluminum is used in pens and bicycles, so many different ways. So it's really nice. I'm really super excited about that. And a little note here from Nespresso, which says, here's to many Nespresso moments. We hope you enjoy the journey. And that is so much what this channel is about, Wonder and Yoga Cafe Entertainment. It is about the journey, explaining how my life changed. I was moving to Spain, the world shut down, and my journey of being in Vegas, and how I ended up now on Miami Beach. So really loving the journey. So here is, look at that. Here's the box. So inside we have a vanilla custard pie. So this is what we call a sleeve of the coffee. So this is a sleeve of vanilla custard pie. Each sleeve has 10 cups. So this is vanilla custard pie flavored. And these pods produce 7.77 ounces of coffee in each. So that is delicious. So this is a nice complimentary gift that they gave me, along with coffee mugs. And got a couple of nice coffee mugs here. Look at that. They sent 2 mugs and a couple of coasters. So this is beautiful. And the coasters, of course, on the back have little notes. This one talks about Turkish coffee customs. After meals in Turkey, full-strength black coffee is often served with Turkish candy. Because it's so strong, drinking a second cup isn't always recommended, but we won't tell. So that's one of the coasters. And here's a second coaster, which is talking about the musical coffee farm in Jardín, Colombia. In addition to the sounds of chickens, goats, rabbits, and pigs, you'll hear something else everywhere you go on Don Fabio's coffee farm: music. He's set up small speakers across his lush farm so that he and the animals can listen to music together. The reason, as Don Fabio says, I love music. It makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, all of my animals should feel the same listening to it. We imagine the coffee enjoys listening to. So these are a couple of really cute little coasters that they included. And it's really interesting because each of the countries that I go to, I collect coasters. So coasters have been such a part of my life. So this is a really nice complimentary gift box. Thank you, Nespresso, so much. And now let's get to our coffee and our coffee hack. Okay, so we are here with the Nespresso, and this again is the Nespresso Virtuo. This is the carafe. However, this was made for the Nespresso Next. But I'm going to show you a hack so that we can use that for those of you who are wanting to smell the aroma of coffee through your homes while having the convenience and the delicious taste of our specialty coffees that we make with our Nespresso machine. So this is a hack. And so I'm going to select my coffee. So this is my coffee shop. It's just above. I'm going to show you. And it has several sleeves of coffee. Here's a caramel cookie. Maybe I'll make that. Yeah, I'll do that one. So this is the caramel cookie. And each caramel cookie pod makes 7.77 ounces of coffee. And that's the caramel cookie. So you open up the ends. Nespresso has made this really nice for us, so it's really easy. So we'll make a caramel cookie. It's gives a nice, delicious, sweet smell to the house. So you open up the edge of it. It's perforated. The box is perforated, so you can just open that along the edge, and it gives a nice dispenser. So when you follow the perforation as you're opening it, then you have a nice lid that opens, and here are your coffee pods. So we'll get one coffee pod. And let's put the sleeve away. And how many pods come in our sleeves? 10. And now we have 9 in here because we took one out. And then I will open up the the lid, and it's a gentle tap. And then this is the pod. I want to grab it because I want to show it to you, and it has holes in it. So that's how they look when they come out. And this again is fully recyclable, the entire pod. Nespresso, they send you a bag. So this was also in the kit that I opened. I just didn't open this part, but give your capsules a second life is the message here. And when you open this has a bag in it, and it's a recyclable. So they've made it really easy. And you just put your pod that you've already used in the bag. Once you fill the bag, you seal it, and then you just deliver it. You have UPS come and get it, and they take it and recycle. So what we're going to do is I'm going to remove the cup. I like to leave a nice mug here because I just really love the experience of coffee. And I'll take off what I call our coffee stand or podium. And then with your carafe, there's a lid. So I will take the lid off. Definitely remember to remove the lid or you're going to have coffee on your countertop. So removing the lid, it comes with a really nice stir as well. And this is the lid and stir made of silicone. So those are beautiful, beautifully made. They take such care in the quality of the products and also the look of it. And then what you're going to do, you remove the stand so that there's enough room for the carafe to go underneath the spout. And then the part of the spout where you're pouring out, you want that touching your Nespresso. That will ensure that when the coffee comes out, it gets into the carafe. So now we have our caramel cookie coffee pod. Neatly place that in. And again, one tap down. And then on the top of your Nespresso, there is a button that has a picture of a coffee mug. You tap that once, and you can hear it brewing. You hear that? That noise is normal. So for those of you, if this is your first time using your Nespressos, you'll hear the noise, that's normal. And I wanted to really have you watch as it brews so that you can see the color of it. That's normal as well. When I first saw it, I thought, oh my goodness, what's going on? Shouldn't it be black? But because of the acceleration that it's brewing and the centrifugal force, it's like a white color, like a creamy, brownish beige. And I can already smell it. This is the only thing I was missing. This is the only thing I was missing. And for those of you, if you're concerned about the price, when I was going to the coffee shop in my building, and then again, it's an organic coffee shop, and going there to have a coffee, I think the coffee was $7? I would tip, and so I think it was ending up being $9 a cup. If I got the large, when I got the medium size, it was $7 because I think the medium was $5 and I tipped. And that was just for the almond milk latte, which is what I get. And so the coffee pods, they actually show you the pricing when you're purchasing them. I think it's like $1.50, $1.80 for most of them per cup. And when I first ordered, I thought it was odd. I was like, wow, that's odd. Why would they show us that? But then when I was going day after day after day to the coffee shop in my building, I thought, oh, that's why they're trying to show you the difference in pricing, because many people go to a coffee shop every day and you don't even think about that, the cost of that. But if you are looking at that, comparing it to the cost of making a pod on your own, then that's why the pricing is there. So this is finished. And as you can see, every drop went into the Carafe. It's beautiful. And what you have is this beautiful crema on top and your coffee below. When you stir that, it releases the smell, the aroma of the coffee. And you can put the lid on to keep the heat in. And so now for me, that gave the only two things I was missing with my Nespresso, which was the aroma of coffee in my kitchen in the morning and being able to pour my coffee into the mug. That is something that I really love doing. So I'm gonna get a mug, put the lid on. I guess I can stir it a little. I really like to not stir it because I like to have that crema on top. So I'm not gonna stir it. So we'll pour that in. Just pour a little bit. There we go. And so you get a nice little bit of that crema on top. And that is what we're getting in our specialty coffee shops with our baristas. And so that is our hack. So those of you who have the Nespresso Virtuo, yes, you can order the carafe and just take off the stand, swivel it around so the spout goes underneath the hood, and then you've got your carafe, your carafe. And now for the best part, I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla almond milk. It's unsweetened. There is half of a carb in half of a cup. Actually, there's less than one carb in one cup, but I like to over exaggerate my carbs. And if you're wondering why I'm counting carbs, click on the link below, go to snapbackbodywild.com and you'll find out all about it. There's a great class we're starting, which is a transformative health program. And all the information is there. I am a WILDFIT coach in training, and this is a WILDFIT class. It is a class that is spreading throughout the country, throughout the world like wildfire. I took the class, and after what I healed, and the weight loss was a side effect. I released 40 pounds. And I'm talking, we're almost 1 year after I ended the program, and I'm still releasing weight. Most any other diet I've ever done, after a year, I would have been telling you what I had gained back, or probably not talking about the diet at all because I just didn't want to have that memory. But in my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to do it again and this, I'm going to really stick to it. But WILDFIT is a lifestyle. So there's not an on off. There's a, oh, if you're on vacation, do this component. Oh, if you're wanting to release weight, do this component. Oh, if you're wanting to maintain, do so. It's a lifestyle. So there's not this, oh, you're off. During the holidays, the holiday season from Thanksgiving to January the 6th, I released another 10 pounds and I ate everything that I wanted. So definitely go to snapbackbodywild.com. There's a link below, but that is why I'm using the almond milk versus the dairy. And so that's a switch that I made. And that was a big deal for me because coffee literally was my favorite thing to eat, to have. I preferred coffee. Like I would go on diets, and if they would say remove the dairy, I'm like, I can do anything. Don't take away my coffee and my cream. So that's what I had, organic cream every day, and I switched that with WILDFIT and watched inflammation go away and just so many things. So I'm still, as you're seeing, loving and enjoying my coffee. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right. That's the vanilla. Did I make the vanilla? I think I did. That is delicious. I had earlier today. I had one of the Adagio, which is it's a stronger coffee. It's delicious as well. But I tasted this and I'm like, wow, this has a sweet flavor, like vanilla, and it's vanilla. It's not the almond breeze milk. Again, there are no carbs in here. It's not. This is unsweetened. I don't drink this and taste vanilla. I drink my Nespresso coffees every day, but it's the Nespresso. It's the vanilla. It was the vanilla custard pie pods, coffee pod that we used. So this is delicious. That is the carafe that we used, and I'm excited. I really like the pouring of the coffee. I even think I like looking at it, like walking past the kitchen, peeping in and seeing the carafe with the coffee in it. That's an experience for me. And especially in the mornings, I like that. So now you have it back for all of you Nespresso Virtuo owners. This is your hack. You can get the carafe. Now, you're not going to get the carafe pods, those do not work in these. But as you see, it doesn't matter. So you can even do a couple of, if you wanted to fill up your carafe, you can do a couple of pods in a row, like 2 or 3 pods, so that you can have more overall coffee in your carafe. However, when you're ordering, yes, you can get the carafe if you have an Nespresso Virtual, but no, the carafe pods that make 18 ounces of coffee do not fit in here. The coffee, it won't turn on if you put those in there. It's not made for that. So, but it doesn't matter. This is your hack. This is your workaround. You get your carafe, you get your delicious coffee. You get your delicious coffee aroma. Those of you who are wanting a health plan, since we brought it up, talking about the almond milk, definitely check out snapbackbodywild.com. There's a link below. And it's a 90-day class. There's a video to watch every day. The founder of the program, the videos are videos that the founder created. So you're watching videos with the founder every day. And then 3 times a week, we have a class. So myself as our coach in training and the students who are in the class with you. We have 3 live classes a week, and that's where you can ask questions. We can talk. I'm always going to share recipes. There are a lot of recipes you'll see on this channel under the WILDFIT Spring recipes that I'm providing that specifically for our students who are going through these classes, so that they have a variety of foods. That's why and how I was able to release 10 pounds during the holidays, eating everything that I wanted. I made small enhancements here or there, but I went to my favorite restaurants quite often. It was the holidays. I ate everything that I wanted. I had a delicious holiday meal. I had cranberry sauce. I had everything that I wanted. And I released 10 pounds. In fact, I was afraid to weigh. It was January the 6th or 7th when I weighed, but I felt smaller. I was like, I feel smaller, but I was thinking, but I've eaten, but I was pleasantly pleased when I weighed, because I didn't weigh from my WILDFIT class, the 90-day class. The last day was November the 23rd. It was the Monday before Thanksgiving. And so I continued on the program, and I weighed again about January the 6th or the 8th is when I weighed. And so I didn't weigh at all during that time, but I was following the program. And that's something that the founder said, is we have amazing experiences of healing. People had cancer healing, of course, diabetes and high blood pressure, cholesterol. I healed all of that: diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides. All of that went from high to normal for me, and not on medication, just with the diet. That's the first thing I had when class ended, was I had my lab results done. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was like, these numbers matter. And then what healed with my lungs, that's what got me to become a coach. I said, I have an obligation to share this. I was told by the chief of staff of pulmonology that the damage to my lungs was permanent and progressive, and given a terminal date. And as he was blah, blah, blahing, I stopped listening. And I said to myself, there is information out there that I can use to heal, and I'm going to find it. And I knew 100% without a doubt. And I didn't share that with him because I wasn't trying to convince him, because I needed all my energy for my healing, not to convince him of anything. It wasn't even about him. It was about me. And so I found that information. And so as I was going through the program and it was unraveling a lot of what I had been taught, the food industry is telling us that certain things are good for us that are toxic to our bodies. The food industry is concerned with what you're eating, not with how it makes you feel. And the medical industry is trying to make you feel better, but they're not concerned with what you're eating. But there's such you can't have one without the other. You can't put something in your mouth and eat it without thinking about how it affects how you feel, how your body functions. And once you connect the two, that's WILDFIT. So you can sign up to do a discovery call, and I will talk to you about the program, answer the questions as well. There is a master class that I'm doing as well, where I'm going to talk a lot about the program, and definitely sign up for the 90-day class. It is transformative. I had heard student after student talk about that class. One of them who talked about it had been a student 5 years prior. She had gone through the program and was still talking about how good she feels because of it. And this was not something that's normal. I hadn't heard anyone who had gone through military diets and all these things 5 years later saying how great they still feel. They were all talking about, oh, I'm going to do it again. I lost weight years ago on that. I gained it all back, but I'm going to lose weight again. And it's like they're trying to do the same thing to get different results. And they're thinking they failed. So that's why they're okay with it. They think, oh, wow, they failed, so let's try it again. It's not you that failed. When you go through this program, it teaches you exactly why you gained the weight back, and that it's almost impossible not to on those diets. And this is why we're almost a year later. I've released 40 pounds. My body's still releasing. And I'm inviting you to join me. So snapbackbodywild.com. Love to see you in class. Thank you for coming, sharing this delicious, this is really good. Sharing this delicious cup of specialty brewed coffee with me. See you on the next one. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will answer. Remember to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. See you on the next one.